Welcome to Seize the Mains by Raj Malhotra's IS Academy. I am Surbhi Sardana and this is Season 3 of our Daily Answer Writing Initiative. This initiative runs in coordination with our website, which is rajisacademy.com. This mains answer writing section that you see here on the website has been fully allocated to Seize the Mains discussions. All the content that we discuss here from Monday to Saturday at 9 p.m. gets straight away to our website. So if you have missed out on previous Seize the Mains lectures, definitely check out our website for all the model questions and answers that we discuss for mains on a daily basis. Also, there is a comment section under each and every question that appears here. In the comment section, you can share your answers with us and our team evaluates those answers, responds back to you with their feedback entirely free of cost. So all these topics, whatever we discuss on Seize the Mains, these topics are taken exclusively from current affairs. Just like you see this one, today's day 183 of Seize the Mains, and the topic for today is Pradhan Mantri PVTG, or particularly vulnerable tribal groups development mission. So this was recently announced in the budget, and we'll be covering this particular topic for the day, and let's see what is the question that appears with regards to this. Also, the questions, though they are from current affairs, they might ask you or they might require you to have some knowledge of the static portions as well. So definitely check that out. Definitely check the entire answer out. Who are PVTGs, or particularly vulnerable tribal groups, and why do they need to be supported? Highlight the features of Pradhan Mantri PVTG development mission. Answer in 250 words. As you can see, the first part of this question demands you to have some static knowledge about particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So we'll be talking about Dhebar Committee here of 1975 and all the statistics that led to the creation or recognition of PVTGs as a separate group. And also the second part of this question is why do they need to be supported? What is the need? So here we'll be talking about the vulnerability part, that why do they need to be supported, why do they need to be uplifted. So in this part of the answer, you'll be also justifying the need of second part of your answer, that is highlight the features of Pradhan Mantri PVTG development mission. So let's move on. Let's talk about who are particularly vulnerable tribal groups and why do they need to be supported or protected. So here we'll start our answer on very basic terms. We'll talk about what are these groups, when did they get recognition, and why were they recognized. So particularly vulnerable tribal groups is a Government of India classification created with the purpose of enabling improvement in the conditions of certain communities with particularly low development indices. PVTGs are those that depend on hunting for food. There are 4 or 5 conditions associated with recognition of PVTGs. This is where they are. Hunting for food, have pre-agriculture level technologies, zero or negative population growth. Either they have stagnant population or they have a decreasing population, extremely low levels of literacy, and they are in need of greater support and development. Here what you can do is add some examples as well. This PVTG or these groups, this group was created on based on the recommendations of Dhebar Commission report and other studies in 1975. Presently there are 75 particularly vulnerable tribal groups in 18 states and UTs, and UT of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Here you can give some examples of Sentinelese or Jarawas of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Just for example, you could mention just 1 or 2 groups which are of prime concern here. For example, the population of Sentinelese and Jarawas that has gone down in the past 100 years. So you can quote that as an example here. That won't take a lot of words. Also, body paragraph 1 would talk about what is the need to protect them or to support them. So the point is that yes, there are many initiatives running to protect the tribals or to uplift the tribals out of the conditions of poverty. But the point is, some of the tribals are seeing more upliftment, while there are many tribal groups which do not see any sort of upliftment. That's why these groups have been recognized, and their upliftment has been taken into the picture on priority basis. Due to their vulnerability, PVTGs require greater support and development compared to other tribal groups. The more developed and assertive tribal groups often receive a larger portion of tribal development funds, leaving PVTGs in need of more targeted support. the program for the welfare of PVTGs that began in 1970s, and there is an absence of a proper policy that considers their culture, practices, livelihood and other aspects of their lives for their welfare. So basically, this appears on this entire information, this appears on Vikaspedia as well. Vikaspedia is a government source regarding policies, so you can refer to that. Regarding the need part, that why do they need to be supported, the basic need is that they are the most vulnerable. That is, that is clear with their name as well. You need to expand on that. Sometimes when you do not have a lot of data or a lot of facts, you need to expand on the previous points as well, so that you can justify certain parts of your answer. Now moving on to body paragraph 2, that is your highlight the features of Pradhan Mantri particularly vulnerable tribal groups development mission. What are the features of this mission? So the first one, the finance minister announced the launch of a new scheme called this one. Here we are talking about what is this mission about. So it was announced in the recent budget, that's why we are using this statement, development mission as part of the union budget 2023 to 24. Now they have just asked you to highlight the features, and whatever features have appeared in the news, that is all the information that we have right now. So a fund of 15,000 crore for the next 3 years has been allocated for socio-economic development of the group. That is number one. Second, it will be launched as part of reaching the last mile, one of the 7 Saptarishi priorities enlisted in this year's budget. So that is one of the key priorities there. Then the PVTG mission, it aims to provide basic facilities like housing, water, road, telecom, education and health in PVTG areas across the country. So that is, you'll see a major change happening in the lifestyle of these particularly vulnerable tribal groups if this scheme or this mission that can prove to be a success. The scheme follows the strategic approach of Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana that was already running for this group, which is a need-based and strives to optimize utilization of resources available under various programs and aims at specific outcomes. And how will the implementation occur? That is also one part of the features. Among the ministries that are expected to be roped in to implement this particular mission, the Rural Development Ministry would be there, the Water Resources Ministry, the Education Ministry, the Health Ministry and the Women and Child Ministry. All of them would come together and implementation would happen at the local level itself. So all the needs that were, that have been highlighted here, water, road, telecom, education and health, all the ministries have been involved, and that's how the implementation will go on. The exact details of implementation would get clearer with time once, the budget is passed in full in action and in complete action. Now in the conclusion, there is this article 46 of Constitution that talks about that it is the responsibility of the state. State here does not imply state government, it is the responsibility of state, that is your government at large or government bodies, to promote educational and economic interest of weaker sections of people, particularly the SCs, scheduled tribes and other weaker sections. So basically this scheme is in consonance with this particular DPSP, that is the responsibility of the state, as your article 46 obliges the state to ensure these many amenities or these basic facilities for these particular for these groups, and particularly vulnerable tribal groups. They are covered under article 46, that is the responsibility of the government. So yes, here you can use the information with regards to article 46 and then just say that, okay, when you do not have a lot of information with regards to something, what you can do is just end on a positive note that yes, this will go a long way in the future, this will go a long way in ensuring that this particular group gets uplifted. So that is, the above mentioned scheme has the potential to uplift PVTGs in the next 3 years or in the long run. So that's how you can conclude your answer. Always keep when it comes to prelims, remembering a lot, yes, that is part of the game. Second part is analysis. So if you run your preparation parallel, prelims and mains, your analysis part starts getting better and your chances of cracking the prelims, they also become bright. So that's your entire answer for the day. Look for question 183 on our website rajayesacademy.com. The link to our website is present in the description below. Click on it, it will directly lead you there, and then click on the mains answer writing section here. All the questions till day 183, they have been updated on the website. Check out the content, read it out for yourself, save it for yourself, and all the best for your preparation. I'll see you tomorrow with another discussion of Seize the Mains at 9 p.m.